Okay, good afternoon to all. So today in this class of analog circuits laboratory, we will simulate a stable multi-vibrator using 555 timer. Okay. So we have very recently seen what is 555 timer and what is its application. As per our syllabus, we have to study the application of 555 timer in a stable multi-vibrator and mono-stable multi-vibrator. So today we will try to simulate or realize a stable multi-vibrator using multi-sim. Okay, using multi-sim. So all of in the last class, I told you that you have to create an account and you have to get the access to multi-sim. Like you can have that access online. I am also using the online access. Okay, you can get my file. It's very easy. So just before we start our experiment, we'll just see the in a nutshell and revise the pin diagram of 555 timer. So as you can see here, already I explained, this is the 8 pin deep, okay, 555 timer. So as we can see that pin number 1 is ground, pin number 2 is trigger, pin number 3 is output, pin number 4 is reset, pin number 5 is control voltage, pin number 6 is threshold, pin number 7 is discharge, and pin number 8 is VCC, that is supply. Okay, so we know all the functions of these pins. What are the significance of all these pins? Already we have seen. Now, what external components we have to add to make this timer to work as a stable multivibrator? That also we have seen in the very late in the last class. Okay, so this is the circuit diagram. Okay, so already explained you in the last class a stable and monostable multivibrator. So again, see, just with the mere connections of some passive components like resistors and capacitor, we can realize we can realize a stable multi-vibrator using 555 timer. So as you can see, so how these are the connection that we have to do. So pin number 8 and 4 is shorted. Okay, then pin number this one 8 and you will be RA will be connected between 7 and 8. Similarly, RA will be connected between 7 and 6. Then 6 and 2 will be shorted. Then 5 and 1 will be shorted via the capacitors. So this capital C is equal to this is actually capacitor through which the it will first get charged and it will get discharged. Okay, so it will have some values. So this resistors and capacitor will have some values. So with the selection of these values, we can define the off on time and on time. Okay, as we have seen, if we select a particular value of RA and RB, in that case we can have a specific T1 and T2. Clear? Okay, so depending on RA and RB, you will have T1 and T2. Now come to the experiment. So this is a multi-sim live. Okay, this is online version. This is a file. This is a new file. So already I've logged in and I have created a new file. So all of you can see my screen. Is it? No. So the main thing is that why I am doing this simulation experiment in front of all, because the thing is that circuit connection, if you are having the circuit diagram, you can connect, but from where to go to get those components, it is very important. Okay, you should be knowing from where you should be get the components. Okay, so the thing is that since the main component of this experiment is 555 timer, so from where you will get, see, in the left side library is there. You can see this is the library from where you will have different components. Okay, power source, ground, ICs, models, all those things will be there. So first from analog, you go to analog to select 555 timer. So here we are having 555 timer. Okay. So this is your 555 timer. So already I told you here the name of the pin is given rather than its number. Okay. So in this multi-sim, you can see that the name of the terminal or pin is given rather its pin number. So but I will tell you the pin number also. So for this the 555 timer VCC is at pin number 8. Okay, VCC will be pin number 8. This is reset is pin number 4. Then this is discharge is pin number 7. Then this is threshold is pin number 6. Then this is trigger is pin number 2. This is control is pin number 5. This is ground is pin number 1. And this is output is pin number 3. Okay, so here we are having the connection using the pin number, but there then the terminal description is given. So just we can complete our circuit as shown here, and then we can simulate to get the output. Okay. So first thing is that now we need a resistors RA and RB. So from where you will get the resistors RA and RB? So what are the main external components that we require? If you will see the circuit diagram here if you will see the circuit diagram, so the main external component other than 555 timer that you need is two resistors, that will be RA and RB, and two capacitors, that is discharging capacitor C and other capacitor will be also there. Okay, so two capacitor and two resistors here. So here if you will come here, then you will have the passive components library. Okay, you can see here we are having resistors, capacitor, inductor, potentiometer, fuse, transformer, coupled inductors, etc., etc. Okay, so from here we will select resistor. Okay, we will select resistor. Now put it in the file, blank file, model file. So we have copied it to a blank model file. Now we have to just connect. This way. So I'm making the circuit diagram. So later you can verify with whatever I've given in the notes. Okay. So this is RA, another we need RB. So here we can copy here. If you click here, it will be copied. Okay, so this is RB. I am making connection for RB. So other terminal will be connected to. Okay. Then threshold and trigger is shorted. Okay. Then so we have connected the resistors. Now we need the capacitors. So again we will go to this library, and from there we will get the capacitor. So we will rotate it like this. So you can rotate the elements, okay, by anti-clockwise or clockwise by 90 degrees. So again, you can copy the same. Now both the end of this capacitor will be connected to ground. So we will connect to the ground of the. So now where is the ground? Ground you can get from here. Ground, okay. The ground connected. Now we will have output resistor load. Okay. So output will connect one resistor at the output, at which we will see the voltage, variation of the voltage. So again I'll copy one resistor, copy and paste. So now I can rotate it like this, clock. Okay. Again the other end of the load will be connected to ground. Yeah. So our circuit diagram is almost complete. Our circuit diagram is almost complete. Now one thing we have not connected, that is power supply. So what power supply, actually I told you in the note that that timer, 555 timer, the VCC varies from 5 to 18 volt. Okay. So here we will take a case of 5 volt. We will take VCC as 5 volt. Clear? So here we can connect the voltage source. So from here you take this one, sources, go to sources library. From there you select DC voltage. DC voltage here. Okay. There you connect the DC voltage. Other end, the ground. Copy that. So the connection is complete now. The circuit diagram connection is complete now. I will also verify this circuit. Okay. This is the circuit diagram we are having. And in the notes what we have given this. So right hand side, you can see in right half of the screen, the circuit diagram we have studied, and left side is the circuit diagram that we have just modeled for the simulation for a stable multivibrator. So now we can verify the connection one by one. So we can here see pin number 8 and 4. Pin number 8 and 4 is shorted. So what is pin number 4? Pin number 4 is reset, and pin number 8 is uh, supply. So that we have not yet shorted this connection. So we will short it. Okay, this was missing. Now it's okay. Now the circuit is complete. Now the circuit is complete. So we were missing one wiring. So pin number 8 and 4 is shorted. So 8 is VCC and 4 is reset. So you can see reset and VCC shorted. Then you are having a resistance, one resistance RA, or here we are having R1. So one resistance between pin number 8 and 7. Between pin number 8 and 7. So where 8 is VCC and 7 is discharge. So this is VCC and 7 is discharge. So you can see here. So pin number, the VCC will come follow that. Then they are having one resistance, and it is other end of the R1 is going to discharge. So this connection also done. Now RB, second resistor, is connected between 7 and 6. Pin number 7 and 6. Pin number 7 and 6 is nothing but discharge and threshold. So discharge and so this connection we have taken from discharge. So this is the resistor. So one end is connected to the discharge, and other end is connected to the threshold. So this RB also connected. Okay. Now pin number 6 and 2. 6 and 2 is shorted. So what is pin number 6? Pin number 6 is threshold. Pin number 6 is threshold, and pin number 2 is trigger. So that is shorted. So here you can see we have shorted. Okay, already we have done that connection. And also to the this common point where 2 and 6 are being shorted, from there we are having a capacitor C1. Okay, capacitor C1. This one we are having a capacitor C1. Clear? That is being connected to ground. So here the other end of the capacitor is connected to ground. Clear? So now also, if you'll see here, 5 and 1, pin number 5 and 1 is connected through a capacitor. Okay. So what is pin number 5? Pin number 5 is control, and 1 is ground. So you can see. So this is control, this and this is ground. So this C2 is connected between control and ground. We have made this connection. And 3, you can see the output. So we have just given the output, but here we have taken the load resistance. So R3 we have taken 1 kilo because we will measure the voltage. Okay, if you'll connect R3, so we will be able to measure the output voltage. So this is the R3. So one end is connected to the output, other will be connected to ground. Okay, clear? Now VCC, the pin number 8 is connected to VCC. There VCC is connected to it is connected to V1. Okay, it is 12 volt. Now we will change it. So in this experiment, clear? So we have exactly replicated this circuit diagram in multi-sim using different components like resistors, capacitors, 555 timer, and voltage source. Clear? We have done. Now what we need to do, since we need to know the output, measure the output. How we can see the output? Using this probe, voltage probe. So analysis, and you can go to analysis and annotation. From there you can take the voltage probe and you can connect here. One voltage probe you can connect here. So green, see, this voltage will actually show the will show the voltage across the load, across this resistor R. Okay. Now another we will see also we want to see what is the voltage across the capacitor C1. How? When it is getting charging and discharging. Okay, so we will take another voltage probe from same area there and we'll connect here. Okay, we have connected. So you can see when we will simulate, the voltage at this terminal will be shown in green and voltage here for the capacitor will be shown in blue. Okay, Now we will set the parameter values, passive component values. So R1 and R2 has been taken the same, that is 333 kilo. So if you click R1 and if you select here, see, if you select here, from where I am getting this options here, see, settings. Okay, if you go to settings and you select the parameter R1, then its values and its property will appear. So here default value of R1 is 1K. We will change it to 33K. 33K. Clear? Similarly, R2 also we will make it to 33K. Then now C, we will take this capacitor. We will change. So this combination of this R1, R2, and C actually will decide the T1 and T2. Already we have seen. So this C we have taken for our experiment as 0.01 microfarad, and this C2 will be 0.1 microfarad. Okay, and this R3 will be same 1 kilo. Okay, and this voltage or so it can vary from 12 to 5 to 15 volt, but DC will fix a voltage value of in VCC as 5. Okay, clear. So now our circuit diagram is ready. Now we will simulate the this our model. Now we will simulate our model and we'll see the output. So here is the run button. Left hand side you can see the circuit diagram, and right hand side you can see the voltage output. Okay. So neutral loading. So you can see. So it is running continuously. So you can see, as the name suggests, we have designed the a stable multivibrator. That means there is no stable state. So you can see that we are having the output state as a 5 volt and also as minus 5 volt. For some period of time 5 volt, and for some period of time 0 volts. Okay, not minus volt. So the output will switch between 5 volt and 1 volt. Okay, so the green curve, the square waveform that you are getting is the output waveform. And what is the blue one? The blue one we have seen is the discharging of capacitor and charging of capacitor. From where discharging. So again charging, discharging, again charging, discharging, again charging, discharging. So these things will keep on continuing. So we have seen that how it gets charged and discharged. Actually, okay, it depends on the value of RA and RB. Okay. So here you can see. Okay, so it is running and we are obtaining the correct result. Okay, so we have our model is working fine.